Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the Big Bang Theory. This is the 13th episode of the 8th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like watch today's full episode, it is available for a link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. So, third episode of the day for me. Loving it. I'm in the thick of it, and I can't wait to see what I have in store for us. Last episode was interesting. It was all about compromises, and, you know, the girls were saying they do a lot for the guys. They go to the Comic-Con events. They play the video games. They watch the Star Wars and the Star Trek, and it's about time the guys done something for them. So they decided, you know what we will do? We'll go and sit down while you girls shop. While he was shopping, you know, the girls talked about compromising. Penny said, look, you do a lot of things for me. I'll go and do something that you wanted to do. So they ended up spending the night doing an activity that Amy chosen, and the guys also bonded as well. He was talking about roommate, you know, arrangements, and how obviously Leonard compromised a lot for Sheldon about not wearing squeaky shoes, not whistling, you know, not having the temperature in the apartment, not living with Penny because obviously it upset Sheldon, and Sheldon was like, look, maybe you do go and live with Penny one night a week, you know, for now. We'll do small baby steps. And we've seen that obviously happening at the end of the episode where he was staying with Penny in her apartment, but the compromise that they had to make is that Sheldon was on the couch as well. So it's a pretty good episode all around. I did enjoy it, and hopefully today's is just as good. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it too, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Okay, we're headed out. See you later.
Hi, Joel, before you leave, could you help me test these noise-canceling headphones?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me? Sheldon, I haven't changed the filter in the water picture in 2 years. Your George Lucas autograph is really a me autograph.
Oh, that is tight.
Yeah, well, once I was too lazy to walk across the hall, so I used your toothbrush.
Ooh, and one time when you were asleep, Amy totally took off her, and that's why you're the best roommate ever.
Well, now I'm sad I didn't hear it. Well, I've been struggling for months to come up with a theory of dark matter that doesn't make protons decay. I'm hoping to finally tackle it by optimizing my work environment.
Yeah, the place is all yours.
Yeah, have fun.
Oh, I will. Nothing more fun than a paradigm-shifting evening of science.
And you thought it was soaping me up in the shower.
Here we go. Proton decay. Proton decay. Proton decay.
Hey, we're home. Any progress?
How could there be? These constant interruptions.
I love him, but if he's broken, let's not get a new one.
What are you doing? It's time to go.
I'm not going to work today. And would you like to know why?
You're upset because you spent the whole night working on dark matter and didn't make a breakthrough, and now you're worried that you made a huge mistake switching fields and you're going to sit around and sulk all day?
Like a big old baby. Penny? Penny? Penny, you sounded in distress. I was worried something unpleasant was happening to you. Like a murder.
I'm just doing this awful workout. I hate it.
Well, if you hate it, then why are you doing it? Although I could ask the same question about coitus with Leonard.
Shouldn't you be getting ready for work?
Well, I'm not going. Would you like to know why?
You're sad about not getting anything done last night, so you're gonna sit around and pout about it?
Well, I'm not nearly as mysterious as I think I am.
The thing is, he's basically just told Sheldon that short-term pain is for long-term gain. Do you know what I mean? I hate doing the workout, but I kind of like it at the same time. He's kind of thinking, maybe I hate doing this, but in the end, I like it in his research.
I invented a game. Want to play?
Sure.
It's called Emily or Cinnamon. I give you actual quotes I've heard Raj say, and you guess if he was talking to his girlfriend or his dog. I want you to know the bed feels so lonely when you're not in it.
His dog.
Cinnamon, give me another one.
Check it out. I got us matching sweaters.
We all got the Christmas card, Cinnamon. Hey, I thought you were staying home.
You know, I was, but after talking to Penny, I realized something. The reason I may not be progressing in my research is I've created too pleasant of an environment for myself. I'd like to ask you all to do something for me. Keep me on my toes. Just throw me off my game. You know, essentially, go out of your way to make my life miserable. Done.
33 seconds. Okay, that'll be our baseline. All right, next we're going to introduce an anxiety-inducing stimulus, measure your stress levels, and see how it affects your problem-solving rate.
Very well. And good luck. I'm a pretty laid-back guy.
Why'd you pop it?
I'm sorry, I was aiming for your heart.
I need to irritate you to find your optimal anxiety zone. And you said no to tickling, polka music, or watching me eat a banana.
Who eats them horizontally?
Patient. I'm sure you will find the breakthrough you've been looking for. And if you only do solid research instead of making a groundbreaking discovery, what does it matter?
I come to you for help, and you insult me? I thought the least that you
Look,
would
your
do would be...
anxiety levels are right in the zone.
Why are they dropping?
Because you're happy they're elevated.
Oh, that is infuriating. Oh, look, they're going back up again. Terrific. Oh, no, they're going back down.
I think it's a little weird that you remember me saying all these things. Maybe the truth is you're jealous of all my relationships.
You're so lucky you have the shiniest hair.
I know he brushes both of them.
I'd like for you to be my intellectual sparring partners. From now on, when I make an assertion, I need you to challenge it.
So, you just want us to disagree with whatever you say?
Yes.
And you think that's going to help?
I don't think that's going to help at all.
Oh, no, it will. See, by keeping my mind engaged, I'll become more focused.
Howard's right, that'll never work.
I don't think that's what you want at all.
Of course it's what I want. Why would I say it's what I want if it's not what I want?
Because it is what you want and it's not what you said.
You guys are the worst.
Look how easy that was.
Thank you. I think that was helpful. Ladies, ladies, ladies. As you may know, I've been experimenting with elevated anxiety levels, and I thought, what better way to increase my discomfort than to subject myself to an evening of tasteless, uncensored crotch talk. Conversations that you wouldn't be comfortable having in front of the opposite sex. You know, who has the best cervix? Which sanitary napkin is all the rage right now?
Sheldon, we are just people. We talk about the same things you guys talk about.
You talk about if werewolves can swim? See, Leonard says yes, but I say it depends on if the human could swim before he was bitten. What do you think?
All canines instinctively know how to swim. Why wouldn't a werewolf have the same abilities?
Well, they're not 100% wolf. They're a werewolf. That's only part wolf.
This is fun. We should do it sometime when you aren't all PMSing. Bye.
It is an interesting concept, that, because obviously we've watched the Vampire Diaries, the originals, obviously Legacies, we watched Teen Wolf on the channel, and we do have werewolves in there. And like someone like Tyler, you know, if he couldn't swim as a human, you reckon that when he transitioned, you know, if he'd launched him into the lake, he could swim? I don't know. It is interesting because it does seem like all dogs, foxes, you know what I mean, tigers, lions or whatever. I've never seen none of them not be able to swim, even at a small age. You know what I mean? You launch them in, they swim in it. You go to the zoo or whatever's, and the enclosures usually have like a big place where they can all dive in and have fun. So I'm not too sure. I reckon that they probably could swim, but I do feel like the concept, it has some weight behind it. That if they couldn't swim as a human, then what makes you think that they could swim when they're half animal? You know what I mean? It would be interesting to actually see any show literally approach it.
What is going on?
Oh, I need to keep my anxiety at the right level, so I'm using Darth Vader, the Joker, and Godzilla's roar to keep me in that sweet spot. I tried including Taylor Swift in the mix, but turns out I love her.
Oh, 2024, how mad the world is for
Listen to it through headphones. I'm trying to sleep. Good night.
Taylor was right. Haters gonna hate.
Maybe you want to put the notebook away and talk to me.
Oh, no, I can do both. No, my brain is working at optimal capacity. Now, I can have a conversation with you and solve the dark matter proton decay problem at the same time.
You're not eating, you haven't slept in days, and to be honest, that cap is starting to smell.
It's replaced Godzilla as my principal source of anxiety.
You know, I do find it funny, like, I don't know when this season was out. Taylor Swift obviously was Shake It Off. I'm trying to think about what album was that. Was that like 1989? That's a bit of a mooch ago, isn't it? She's probably had like 4 albums since then. But she's only just got bigger. You know, we're talking about how someone like Will Wheaton as a child star, you know, for example, I was impressed the way he approached the situation when he was talking about it, kind of like his roles. He was so big, and then obviously when you reach that point and you get into a position and it's like every role maybe not be as good, and obviously your career kind of like digresses because you're already at the peak. You would have thought that Taylor Swift would have hit her peak at some point. You know what I mean? Like, he was saying that Shake It Off was loads of albums ago. I'm pretty sure it was like 1989. And she's probably had like 4 since then. And I feel like she's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Is it not just this year, 2024? It could have been late 23. She's actually released a movie of her concert because her concert is that big that people can't get tickets for it. So she was like, look, I'll release it as a film so people can watch it. That's crazy. You know, it actually is. I mean, and I don't know if you care about Taylor Swift or whatnot, but like, I like to care about interesting things and topics, whether it's an artist that, you know, you're into or you're not. But if you just search Taylor Swift audience, maybe like outside of a stadium, and see how many people go and listen to one of her concerts that don't have a ticket, the fans meet up and there's like thousands of them that literally stand outside the stadium listening to the songs, and it's like its own concert itself. That's how many people go. It's actually crazy. Like, her career, you'd think it had peaked. It's literally just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Pretty sure the NFL said since she's dated Travis Kelce that she alone, because of the eyes that are brought on her, and obviously now the sport, because she's turning up and girls and everybody that follow her are now interested in watching it, has increased the league's revenue by like $200 million or something dollars. It's madness, the effect that she's kind of having currently on society right now.
So it's 1 vote Emily, 1 vote Cinnamon. Penny, you're the tiebreaker. It's so perfect that we're both Libras.
I'm gonna say cinnamon.
Yes! Come on!
Told ya.
She ever found out it would hurt her feelings.
Emily's feelings?
Yes, Emily. Whatever. Where's Sheldon?
Date night.
That can't be much fun for Amy. You know, at work today, he tried his first Red Bull.
What happened?
He chased a squirrel around the quad for a while and then threw up in my car.
Had a pretty interesting take on proton decay.
Wow. If he cracks that, it's a game changer, guys.
Okay, back to Emily or Cinnamon. How can such a little girl eat such a big steak?
Sheldon, I want you to take that cap off.
That nagging tone is helping my anxiety. Yeah. But you could maybe just go 10% less shrill. That'll really put the zippity in my doodah.
Stop it, I'm not kidding. Take the cap off and put the notebook away.
But after months of struggling, I'm finally making progress.
You don't need to drive yourself crazy in order to be productive.
Sir Isaac Newton wrote his Principia while convinced he was an armadillo.
That's not true.
Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I've been hallucinating lately. What if I stop doing this and it all goes away?
Your thoughts and ideas come from you, not from your anxiety. I'm telling you for the last time, take the cap off.
Oh, really? If I don't? And before you answer that, can I have my dessert? And then she threw me out. When all
He looks
I've done
tired.
is try to help humanity reach a more profound understanding of the world we live in. I knew you'd understand, Armadillo Isaac Newton.
Here we are.
What are you trying to pull? The president of science isn't in here.
You lie down, he'll be here in a minute.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to trick me.
You just get comfortable.
No, comfort is the enemy.
Yeah, you get some sleep.
No, I don't want to go to sleep. You're trying to tell a grown man to go to sleep.
Soft kitty.
We've not heard that in ages, man.
Ball of fur.
Sleepy kitty, sleepy kitty.
Purr, purr, purr. How easy it would be to hold a pillow over his face.
Oh, I'm feeling much better. And I've also been continuing to make progress without artificially raising my anxiety levels.
And if Emily joins us for lunch?
No, of course not.
So, I hear you guys have been playing a little game. Well, you may think it's funny that Raj is sweet and sensitive, but I think it's sexy. Why is there dog hair in your mouth?
I mean, I know that she's saying that there, but like, everybody kisses their animals. You know what I mean? Like, literally everybody. You're going out, you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like, I've got a cat, I've got 2 cats, I've got a dog, you know what I mean? Like, I'll always stroke them, give them a kiss and all that. I mean, not like Frenching them around, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure one episode he was letting the dog like lick his tongue and everything like that. That's a bit crazy. But like, you know, everybody's got pet hair. If you've got a pet, you know the score. It goes in your mouth, and you're always cuddling them and stroking them and playing with them, and it just happens. And to be honest, I don't think half the things that he's saying weird, to be honest. I mean, in the context when you compare it, it is, but pet owners deeply, you know, I could say what's, you know, who's my girlfriend saying this about. I love him so much, I would literally die for him. If I had to choose, it'd be him over you. Yeah? Who's my girlfriend talking about there? Is she choosing the cat or is she choosing me? 100% she's choosing the cat. She'd boot me off all day to keep the cat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you could play it with all the different sentences. So I don't think him saying all them things to his cat, to his dog is bad, but I kind of get it that it's you know, it's a little game that he's probably getting stressed out with, but it just shows that he loves it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, just shows that he loves his girlfriend and he loves his dog. And, you know, I have no problem with that. And to be honest, Raj, I would like to see him spend a little bit more time with his girlfriend. I've said it once and I'll say it again. You know, the fact that he's happy, that's all I care about, you know, because it was been so long that he felt lonely. But she needs to be in it a little bit where I do say cameos, and like she doesn't have to be in the complete season and she doesn't have to be in you know, every episode, but like when she is in an episode, she doesn't have to be in it for 10 seconds. Like literally that was probably under 30 seconds. She could be in it a little bit more where we could see him actually go on dates, spend time together. She don't even socialise properly with the group as well. We did see it one time before when she was kind of hostile between Penny because she's a little bit insecure, kind of jealous between her and Raj when they had that, you know, one night thing. But when she does make an appearance, she's in it for like literally 1 minute every time, and I'd like to just see it a little bit more. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So Sheldon again is having trouble with work. It's interesting really, because for somebody so smart and somebody the cleverest out of the whole group, and the person that's going to get this Nobel Prize, he seems to be the only one consistently throughout the whole 8 seasons that's kind of like struggling with the topics and the subjects and the field that they're working in. You know, he is naturally very clever and he probably has more knowledge than the rest of the guys, but he seems to be the person that's made the least strides and also the person that's struggling the most with the work. He's always there going back and forth, whether he's wasting his time, whether he's not making any progress. You know what I mean? In today's episode, again, he was questioning the dark matter, and since he's gone over, he's made no progress in the field. And, you know, it's going to be interesting because the fact is, we've made a show has a spin-off called Young Sheldon, about him obviously growing up and being, I mean, I'm assuming it's him being superior to everybody in terms of his intellectual level at his age group. And if it's never going to progress into him winning the Nobel Prize or whatever it is, then it's going to be kind of sad, you know what I'm saying? Or at least be recognised in the field of science or something that he does properly, you know what I mean? Like, even like he done a topic and a project with Kripke, and he read his work and he was so disappointed that his work was so far behind of his, and he kind of got away with it because Kripke was like, mate, I know that my work would be hindered and obviously not as advanced if I was getting laid constantly as well. Not seen him in a while. I actually like him, he's pretty funny as well. But do you know what I mean? It'd be interesting, and I wonder what season that he makes that scientific breakthrough, because it's got to happen at one point. He even brought Alex in, who just totally disappeared, to actually go through his own research to see if he actually done and solved anything. And then we had the tease of him potentially, you know, finding a new chemical element, and then that was obviously found out that it was false. And it's all these kind of like false little hopes and progress to go forward, and nothing really actually does come to fruition. And he's changed fields and hopefully it's going to work for him, but it seems to not be working right now, and he's causing a little hindrance between him and Amy. And it's just going to be interesting to see how it goes, and if he actually does make any sort of acknowledgeable scientific approvally, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like discovery and make those advances in the fields that he's trying to do, that he spent all his life obviously working towards. Hopefully one day he could do that, and I hope that we could see it. Maybe it's in the latter episodes of the final season, I don't know, but he's always seemed to be struggling. He actually does always seem to be struggling. It's going to be interesting to see him when he does make that final breakthrough. But thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash that, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.